last year, my dad got caught into a chipper. He leaned over to throw in a stick, and when he did, his arm got caught with the rollers. The rollers are the part of the machine that feed the branches into the blade. I was picking up brush. At the time, I cut down the tree. I all the way down, did it myself. I was chipping it. My dad was just raking up, and I was probably about 10-15 yards away from him. I was picking up a big pile of brush. I turned around, and all of a sudden I see his legs just go up in the air, and I just dropped the brush and ran over. It was an automatic reaction, I could tell you that right off the bat, because it went through my head and I just did what I had to do so quick that afterwards I had to think about it. There was a moment of fear, but with my knowledge of what to do, of safety lessons from my dad, the fear went away really quick, and I just did what I had to do to save him. And when that happened, I rushed over once I saw him jerk, and I hit the safety bar, which released him. He got 14 stitches, and he got, not from the cut itself, but from getting slammed into the side, he got pancreatitis. So that was pretty painful for him. I called 911. At the time, I gave him a compression bandage, which I just wrapped it around his hand. At the time, he was trying to take off his glove, which I advised him not to, just because you don't know exactly what could have happened underneath. So I wrapped his arm, and when the ambulance came, they didn't even have to unwrap it. They just went right to the hospital. My dad does realize that I was able to do the job that usually some men can't do, because there are people that are a lot older than me that in the same job, and they wouldn't have been able to do what I did, just because some people just can't handle that stress. I took over the family tree service, and I took it over in June because I turned 18, and I've been doing that all summer long and playing football. I do a lot of the physical labor, but I also do a lot of the paperwork, like bank statements, balancing checkbooks, paying bills. My dad's kind of putting me into it more. At the same time, I do cut the trees down, and I load it up and stuff. I use all the equipment, so. I use a bucket truck, and it's a boom truck. It goes about 60 feet in the air. I use a dump truck, which is just a haul equipment around. And I also use a log truck, which is like a grapple loader, has the hook, and it picks up the logs. Well, I kind of decided this for myself when I was about 12 or 13. I just said that this was kind of what I want to do, and ever since then I've made plans for high school. I've taken forestry programs at Pinkerton Academy as I go to Salem, and I've always just wanted to take it over. I think some people kind of look at me at first, and they don't see me as like a person in this business, but like I said, I took classes already that I think already put me above certain people, just because I know what I'm talking about and I know the science behind it. And when I can go up and tell you the name of the species, the diseases it causes, what's going on with the tree, people actually look at me as a kid who knows what he's talking about. I took Boy Scouts for Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts for about 12 years. Through that I did first aid merit badge, and just every year we have competitions, so first aid is one of the sites that we go to, and every year we had to teach it, so I learned over time. So I did a Veterans Memorial over at Pine Grove Cemetery, and it was basically the brick walkway with 6 memorials, 6 flag poles around the memorials, and a center pole with the American flag, and the walkway was in the shape of a ribbon. I love playing football. Football really helps me release when I'm having a bad day. I can just come out here and hit people and not get in trouble. And it gives me something to focus my anger and anxieties towards. Because say if something's going on where my dad and I are going head to head, or teachers are yelling at me, I just come out here and I just let go.